Ladies and gentlemen, a couple days ago we got quite the gift in what is Duet Night Abyss. It has completely removed this gacha system and is a full-on free-to-play JRPG live service game. And due to that, a lot of people have been calling this game the anime warframe. And while a lot of people who have played Warframe might have been looking at this game, it primarily was for the gacha community, and a lot of people don't know what Warframe is. So a lot of them are seeing people reference this game called Warframe and have no idea what people are talking about and whether that's a good or bad thing, whether this game is successful or not, and what the monetization looks like in that game. And today I'm going to launch Warframe and show you guys exactly what the monetization in that game looks like, so I can soothe your concerns and make you a little less worried. But for a quick TLDR, yes, Warframe is successful. It is generally considered a one-of-its-kind game, and in this specific form of monetization, it is second to none, if you will. The forefather of this monetization, if you will, and it's been done so well that it's allowed the game to remain relevant and alive even after a decade, and it is still getting support now. So if Duet Night Abyss can tap into that sphere, we can see this game alive for many years. With that said, let's get right on Warframe and show you guys a little bit of what it has to offer, because there have been a couple of misleading things I've heard. That said, let's just look a little cool for the video here. Where my girl Gara at? So as you guys can see in the top right, there is a little silverish currency over there, that thing that has a 1164 next to it. Yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is platinum. Platinum is the premium currency in this game. Yes, so although Warframe is free to play, and although you can virtually grind everything, all weapons and characters free to grind, there is still a way to skip that grind, and that is through platinum. I've seen a lot of discussions where people are just trying to write Warframe off as, yeah, they get all their money through skins, either skins or prime packs. However, that is not true. You can just, outside of skins and prime packs, flat out buy platinum and allow you to, for example, immediately purchase a character without having to grind for them, or immediately purchase a weapon without having to grind for it. And while this doesn't necessarily give an advantage, it just lets you skip the grind. You don't have the time for it, you just skip the grind. You don't get an advantage over this. It's not predatory, it's not a 50-50. It's just, oh, I see this, I want to buy it, right? And it just allows for, once again, grind skipping. That is simply it. But even some people don't like that. Some people don't like pay to progress faster in their game. So it is something noteworthy to say, and to make it seem like it's just skins and only skins and fashion and purely cosmetics only is very misleading, because even in the Duet Night Abyss stream, they said that if you want to unlock a character faster, you can spend real money to buy these shards and get more shard points to get the character quicker, right? But yeah, a lot of people, truth be told, do say fashion frame or fashion framing in Warframe is the end game, and a lot of money, if you're gonna spend in the game, is through getting fashion. Now then, that might bring another cause of concern. Is the only way to get fashion via spending money? Well, the answer to that is no. However, we don't know if Duet Night Abyss is doing what I'm about to talk about right now. And this system is what makes Warframe work. The system I'm about to talk about right now is what has allowed Warframe to survive for over a decade. And if Duet Night Abyss does not add this in their game, I truthfully have to say that I don't see it surviving long. And that is trading. This is a live service RPG grind fest game with thousands upon thousands of items and many characters and many weapons in the game. If you would have to get every single one of those yourself and not be able to interact with the community or some form of marketplace, you might go absolutely insane. So via the marketplace, you could grind for something specific of equal value and exchange that for something else for a grind you potentially didn't want to do, or maybe you got extra of something good and want to change that out for something you weren't able to get. Maybe you want to earn premium currency in the game without actually having to spend money, so you grind something that is quite hard to get or quite tedious to get, and then you sell that on the market and sell it for a set price of whatever said premium currency may be, which then might allow you to use that premium currency to skip another grind you didn't want to do, or use that to buy other things that you didn't want to grind for via trading, and thus trading allowing free-to-play players to get access to this premium currency, which will then thus let them truly and fully unlock everything. It creates an entire system that works, right? Because Warframe, there are some things that you can buy with money, and only some things that you can only grind, right? There are some things that are completely only achievable via grinding. However, those things only completely achievable via grinding can be grinded by someone else, and you can pay the price to buy that from said player. And this basically allows the trading market allows every aspect of all avenues to be in the game. If you want to grind for it yourself, it's there, and if you want to purchase it for yourself, it's there. And through this, yin and yang, complete full circle via trading and the market and grinding, it has allowed the game to remain here for many years. And this right here is what we can expect from Duet Night Abyss. So outside of, buying weapons and buying characters flat out, you can, of course, once again, go to the skins, right? They already even showcase some of these skins in the developer stream. They know what they're doing, right? But once again, I'd say the only concern that you should be having for Duet Night Abyss is if they are going to have a proper marketplace and way for the community to interact and trade with each other. Because if they don't, the game very well may fall flat. However, if they do, we might see a second coming of Warframe, or even something better than Warframe, because as you guys know, anime is mainstream now. It's no longer pre-2015. Anime has been mainstream for about a little over 10 years at this point. Some people might even call the big boom of anime happening in 2013 with the release of AOT. Anime is here, and it's here to stay, and it's one of the biggest avenues of money making and entertainment in this sphere. Based off that alone, and based off them having pre-captured the gacha market, this game could be revolutionary if handled correctly. And seeing that there has been a success game such as Warframe here, and a flop game such as the first Descendant, we don't know what will happen to Duet Night Abyss, right? Because something else has tried to be like what Warframe was and failed. But there's not many example cases of that truly might be like the only one, right? So with that in mind, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Warframe trading system. However, before we end off the video, because I did say I would talk about characters and weapon building as well, Duet Night Abyss is not going to be doing a artifact rolling system. They're going to be doing a modded system, and a lot of people are like, what do you mean by that? And what they mean by that is exactly this. You'll be able to just have a mod that has the exact stat that you're looking for. You'll be able to upgrade that mod specifically for it to allow you to get more. You can upgrade it infinitely. There is a set limit on it. And then you just equip that on your character. So if you want your character to hit hard as fuck, you would then only put, strength things on it. If you want your character to be more energy efficient, be able to spam their abilities more, be high APM, you might want to give them more energy. You might want to give them more efficiency so that your skills cost less energy, right? And this allows you free reign on build making and just being able to make whatever kind of build you want and not have to worry about, oh, I can't make a full speed build. The speed stat is so hard to get, and I need it on the right artifact set, and I need it to have crit stats, because even if I want to be speedy, I still have to be able to do damage. You don't have to worry about that at all either. You, ladies and gentlemen, can just put that on your character, put that on your weapon. If you want a CC heavy weapon, you can do that. If you want a crit based weapon because big number make brain go boom, you can do that as well. Also, you cannot straight up buy mods. You either gotta grind them or trade for them. Maybe Duet Night Abyss does that as well. Now, with that covered, we can finally say thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for Duet Night Abyss, because this, ladies and gentlemen, might be phenomenal. And I do hope for it to be phenomenal. So with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one, and take care. Peace.